KZMB All Zombie Radio.
It came back to you burping. I can't.
No, I was going.
Oh, okay. I was like, all I heard
You
was
don't.
the end, so it just sounded like. I was like, oh my god.
You don't know I do that every time. You're like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and then it's something zombie radio, and then I go.
um, Hello, anybody that's there. No one's there. We're here. Nobody cares about this. We are. Well, let me just make sure everything's working correctly. First and foremost. Yeah, I know there's no views. I understand. Thank you. Okay. Hello and welcome to. Oh, Marcus is here. I said there's no one here, but Marcus is here. Thank you. I hope you had fun. I hope you guys
Marcus.
had fun.
We did.
Um anyway, we're here for another episode of the limited series Lounge, which as you know, T minus like 3 more episodes and then it's going on hiatus until summer. Maybe longer, maybe forever. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Because, things they are changing my way. So God only knows what's going to happen after that. But anyway, we are here to cover episodes 6 and 7 of Over the Garden Wall. And then we will wrap that on up and we'll head on over to the other live stream that we have set up for tonight. The evidence board to talk about the last 2 episodes of High Potential. So we've got a lot to talk about, and honestly, I'm already tired. You there watching this, I don't know, maybe you're watching it. Why don't you just like click the like button? Like, I don't even care if you do anything else. Just click it. It's free. It's free for you. All you have to do is, it doesn't even take that much energy. You just tap it. Just do that. Anyway, let's jump in to this show. Oh, okay. So episode 6, entitled Lullaby in Frogland, aired on November 5th. It was the second episode of that evening. It got a 1.55 for ratings, and it was written by Bert Yoon and Nick Edwards. Episode 7, entitled The Ringing of the Bell, was written by Patrick McHale, Bert Yoon, and Tom Herpich. And this was the first episode of 2 that aired the following evening, November 6th, which was a Thursday. I had said that there was kind of like an upswing and then like a downswing on ratings, which now we're into the downswing for this one because it was 1.19 for that Thursday evening's episodes. The episodes were both funny, I thought. Probably some of the better ones in the
Yeah.
series, honestly. Um I don't know why that song is such a banger in Lullaby and Frogland, but
Oh
that's a
yeah.
hit.
I was
That
singing it
that's
this
a hit.
week.
That is a hit. Uh and then, and then Ringing of the Bell is weird, but like in just the right way. Plus, finally, there's gigantic plot movement. Thank God. In maybe a cohesive story. I don't know. Do you? Can you tell? I can't. Anyway, we have been reading from a blog entitled Revisiting Fiction Overthinking Animation, a long name, like I like them, written by an anonymous person who started this blog, who stopped it in 2022, and I have no idea what their name is, but thank you for your work. So, this was written October 17th in 2020 because, again, this person writing the blog had watched the show a couple years after this had aired. Obviously, in, the vast COVID streaming that we did during the year of 2020. We all watched a lot of things then. It reads as follows. In episode 6 of Over the Garden Wall, I feel betrayed by the reveal of Adelaide, but delightfully giddy at the surreal magic of this world. So Adelaide was a lie. I was right when I called Wirt and Greg like Hansel and Gretel back in episode 1, because Adelaide is no Glinda, the Good Witch of the South. She's the child-eating witch from Hansel and Gretel, except Adelaide doesn't want to eat Wirt and Greg. She wants them as servants. Seeing how she's allergic to fresh air to the point of melting like the Wicked Witch of the West, I can see why she'd want servants. Part of me wonders if she orchestrated the whole bluebird curse in an unnecessarily convoluted way to get Beatrice to fetch her some child servants. It'd be a ludicrous plan, but this woman didn't seem like the brightest bulb. Was Beatrice's initial dislike of Wirt because she thought he'd catch on to her original plan? Is that why she wanted to leave him in Pottsfield? Greg is super easy to lead away without Wirt around, almost dangerously easy. If I was a parent, I'd be extremely worried about Greg. While I was disappointed that Adelaide didn't turn out to be some creepy, overly cheerful, evil version of Glinda the Good Witch, I did love the show just casually slipping in more of this world's magic. I'm not even talking about the riverboat full of presumably southern frogs. that's just that's just par for the course now. I'm talking about snipping a bluebird's wings with seemingly special scissors that will turn Beatrice and her family back to human, unless Adelaide was lying, and stuffing children's heads full of wool to make them dim and complacent. I miss this somewhat logical type of magic, and I'm glad to see more of it. I'm glad Beatrice had a change of heart, but this isn't Kippo and the Age of Wonder Beasts. What a reference. Wirt isn't going to listen and understand the situation and the feelings behind it to forgive Beatrice without a push from the plot. Oh, not the coughing thing again.
Takeerah.
I guess I'll just have to see where this show goes with it, and for all I know, the rest might surprise me. Hi, Durga. Hold on. Let me mute while my dog is having some sort of weird sneezing fit.
Always our entertainment, little Frankenstein. And my entertainment is my howling children that I'm
Sometimes
sure.
I think it's like a desperate plea to like have she's like, "Pet me. I can't breathe." See? Like I feel like that's you're okay. That was a bit dramatic. Please lay down. Okay. All right. So, moving on. The article that encompasses episode 7, because we'll just talk about both at the same time, states the following. It was written the following day, October 21st, 2020. In episode 7 of Over the Garden Wall, Wirt's hormones get him into trouble with a girl, and it's his common sense that gets him out. There is a point in this episode, besides the last minute. I know there is. I just can't figure it out. Oh, I'm sorry. There is a point to this episode. Still feeling the sting of Beatrice's betrayal, Wirt leads Greg through the forest where they come across the woodsman again. Like usual, the woodsman fails to properly warn the boys, though this time it's mostly Wirt about the beast. I can't possibly imagine why anyone would listen to a man who constantly yells his warnings and grabs at people to get them to listen to his warning. He's like every old man in any horror movie ever, honestly. Of course, it starts to rain as Wirt and Greg run from the woodman, and Wirt, in his infinite wisdom, ducks in what he calls an abandoned cottage. Wirt, buddy, no abandoned anything has still lit candles. Like all rundown looking cottages in this forest, this place is a house of horror in more ways than one. The girl, Lorna, is possessed by some malevolent bone eating ghost that is controlled by ringing a special bell. Auntie Whispers, her caretaker, is just horrifying to look at. Those eyes remind me of goat eyes, and goat eyes are never to be stared at. Actually, Auntie Whispers reminded me of, I can't remember her name, but the lady in Spirited Away. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. By the way, Spirited Away is going to be in theaters like starting this weekend, maybe?
I feel like this isn't the first time they've done this.
No, they do it every once in a while for like a short run. I think it's like a 2-week run or something.
Okay.
But I just saw an ad for it. And it is one of my favorite like anime movies. I like love it very, very much. Okay, anyway. There's a basket full of these tiny black turtles, the same ones that transmuted that dog back in episode 1, that Auntie Whispers just casually eats and we never learn more about. And the only reason we're still in this house is because Wirt's hormones hijacked his sense of self-preservation. I don't really have anything to comment on about Lorna and that whole mess other than what the heck is going on. I'm not even going to question no one using the bell to exercise the spirit because I'm of the mind that Auntie Whispers deliberately kept Lorna like that so that she would have someone to keep her company. For real though. Considering that she's Adelaide's sister, that makes way more sense than it probably should. Speaking of Adelaide, is she not dead? I thought we melted her to death last episode. Is she actually dead? And Wirt just didn't have the heart to tell Auntie Whisperers, or should we be worried about retribution? The most interesting bits of this episode are either hinted at as per the pacing of the plot or just not yet explained. If it ever actually will be the turtles. And first off, the beast seems really less menacing this episode and more amusing, affable even, when he's talking to the woodsman. It amuses me. And secondly, the soul in the lantern seems like it can be traded out. I'm still not sure what the beast is after, but I can figure out the woodsman's dilemma pretty well. He wants his daughter's soul freed from the lantern that he must keep lit by chopping down peepal trees and turning it into oil, but it isn't quite willing to sacrifice. He isn't quite willing to sacrifice Wirt to do so. The interesting thing about this is that before it seemed that both Greg and Wirt were up for being victims of the beast, but now the focus is mostly on Wirt. There's something about Wirt and his lack of hope or will to live that factors into whatever the beast wants to do. I think if Wirt completely loses hope, then the beast can devour him or whatever. I wonder if this has anything to do with the Wirt possibly being close to death or already dead and just not willing to let go yet theory that I had back in episode 2. There's only 3 episodes left. The answer has to pop up soon, or at least it should. Knowing this show, I might never get any answers. um so yeah, I really enjoyed both. I wanted to see like who the voices were, if there was anybody new in here. And okay. Adelaide is voiced by John Cleese.
What the?
Why? What? John, you didn't voice enough characters in this, and you had to voice this old woman. And then Jack Jones is the frog's voice. He was like he sang the theme song to the Love Boat.
What the?
I mean, it was good. It was good. I was good. I'll give you that. It was good. So just kind of interesting deal. The rest of the cast remains the same. I did not check to see who voiced Lorna. Let me see that, actually. Obviously, we had Christopher Lloyd back. Okay, another baffling casting choice. Christopher Lloyd came back as the woodsman. Obviously, the beast is Samuel Ramey, as we know, or Ramy, and Auntie Whispers is Tim Curry.
Stop it.
It's Tim Curry. How could you tell? No, because what is that voice? What was that voice? And then actually this might make you happy. Lorna was voiced by Shannon Sosamon from The Rules of Attraction. Do you remember?
What the? Wait.
Lauren in The Rules of Attraction? Yes.
What is happening with this show?
I don't know. It's wild. The casting is all over the place and like truly just a wild mix. Yeah, Durga says, I just watched Clue last night. Love him so much. Seriously, Tim Curry is incredible. Incredible. I don't know. The casting, it has a lot of weird choices. I'm happy about all of them. I am still back. Why is John Cleese voicing more than one character, and why is one of them Adelaide? I don't know. And then
I think
also, why is the
Shannon has
Adelaide?
baffled me more than anyone at this point.
Yeah. Oh, The Rules of Attraction. Such a good movie. Such a good movie. Why is the Adelaide Parade song so good too?
I just kept singing it.
Like the frog lullaby was good, but like why is the Adelaide Parade song so catchy? I don't get it. I do not get it. All right. So we are almost through this series. How are you feeling about this?
Um, it is still by far the weirdest thing I have ever watched.
Really?
And
Okay, really? Because that's like you've watched a lot of weird stuff. I know you have.
I have. Well, weird. Sorry. It's like, so I'm wondering if maybe something's wrong with me because the way the person was like kind of saying nothing makes sense still, things are making sense to me.
I mean, I think it makes a fair amount of sense. Like,
Mm,
if you're just used to watching like plot devices, I think certain things make sense. Is it weird? Yes. But I mean, obviously it still follows storytelling rules.
mhm.
So I think yeah, I think it's a bit much to say it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I was
I
like, No, things absolutely like I get all of it. And like these were two funny episodes.
yeah, I thought so too. I thought they were really well done. I liked both of them. And I liked Lorna and I thought that Wirt was going to end up like taking her away. So I feel like she comes back later. And here's the thing, I've watched this whole show before and I do not remember how it ends.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I told
I
you I remember the Enoch thing, but that was like pretty much the only thing I remember is Enoch because he was like so terrifying.
I think I was very shocked actually that he didn't take her.
Yeah, so I feel like it comes back into play somehow. Like Adelaide, the Beast, Auntie
Mhm.
Whispers. Like I feel like it's all gonna like fold in to one storyline at some
Mhm.
point. It would seem. It would seem to me. And I'm guessing that Adelaide is maybe not dead. I don't I really don't remember. I
Yeah.
really don't remember what happened there. Not quite sure.
It's been fun. It's been fun and it's been funny. And every time I even go to watch it, I'm already giggling.
Well, it's like
Because
it's silly. It's silly.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think because I remember like when this came out, this became quite big. Just as like a short run. But I feel like there was merchandise at Hot Topic.
What?
I feel there was. Okay. There was. There still is. Just so you know, you can still buy merchandise for this. You can still buy merchandise for this, a limited series that came out in 2014. Just so you're aware. So box lunch still selling over the garden wall stuff because of course they are. Hot Topic also still selling over the garden wall items. Right now, hold on, let me go to their website. They are selling an oversized thermal hoodie.
Hmm,
And if I click on over the garden wall, let's see how many products I have. Oh yeah, there is a ton. Over off the shoulder t-shirt, Beatrice and Frog keychain, an oversized fuzzy hoodie, like one of those blanket ones. You know what I'm talking about? Like a blanket hoodie.
mhm.
They sell a Beatrice dress in case you wanted to dress like Beatrice.
Okay, so that's a possibility.
That's if that's something that you're interested in. They also make an over the garden wall Wirt and Greg girls sweater vest. And I'll have you know, most of these are made in both both standard size and plus size, including the over the garden wall Wirt and Greg belted wide leg jeans, which have embroidered pictures of them on the pockets. Oh my gosh, they have a potato and molasses t-shirt.
That's hilarious. They
They
really
also
have merch.
they have best friend necklaces where one is Wirt and one is Greg. They have a character bracelet set. They have a cross body bag
Hmm.
They have a frog wallet. They have a collared cardigan, an oversized woven button up. Like, this is intense. There's a throw blanket and enamel pins, several enamel pins. There's even blind
I'm
box pins.
what the
And then many, many, many shirts. So many t-shirts. Like, how many pieces? This is so many pieces of merchandise. Sticker packs. It's enough to warrant 2 pages.
Oh my what?
Yes, and there's crop tops. And this is just what's at Hot Topic. This isn't Box Lunch has their own line of stuff too. As does Her Universe, which I don't know if you know Her Universe, but Her Universe I only know because they did a line of Walking Dead stuff tandem with Hot Topic at the time. Um, but Her Universe is like its own website and stuff now. Oh yeah, the crossbody bag from Hot Topic is Her Universe, so they are still selling through Hot Topic. Durga, you don't worry about it. You haven't watched the show. Who cares? Who cares? We don't even really care, honestly.
Yeah. And
We
you're
don't really.
still here. That's what
Yeah,
matters.
that is what matters. Thank you, honestly. Um. Oh yes, almost everything that Hot Topic is selling is from Her Universe.
Oh,
Yeah, this is weird to me.
very.
I knew they had sold merchandise at some point, but this is crazy. There's even more. There's like pajamas. Okay, all right, do it. I guess. So if you want to cosplay as Beatrice, that's an option for you. I just can't stop staring. I'm like so baffled by this. All right, I gotta find out what does Box Lunch have that's different. You know what I mean? Are they all owned by the same company now? Because it feels that way. Oh no, Box Lunch has different stuff. They do still have some Her Universe stuff, but they have a holiday sweater, like an ugly Christmas sweater.
That's what I
They
want.
have they have a knit bucket hat that is the teapot with the frog on top.
Nice.
Again, they have all the same t-shirts, it looks like, including the crop tops. Oh, oh, this is a Box Lunch exclusive. A lantern figural crossbody bag. There you go. So this clearly had quite the quite the fan following for them to develop and maintain merchandise for this is crazy.
It is
Because they're
insane.
crop tops, so it's not even like it was from 2014 necessarily. It's like it's not still standing stuff. It's like new products that they've made. That's wild. That is wild. I hate to say this, but I don't have a ton else to say about this.
I don't either, the episodes are so short
I
and
know.
it's not like, it's some intricately intense.
Oh, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward. Plus, we're gonna break down high potential. So I'm almost like, do we just wrap this up and take a little break
Yeah, we can.
and see you guys in 25 minutes? Durga, what you think? Can you make it for 25 minutes? It's mainly because I'm just so tired. I'm
Same. No,
that I'm
same.
like, I would like to just go lay in bed for a little bit and then just come back on to talk about high potential.
Hmm.
While we're sitting here, let me just go ahead and get everything ready for high potential. All right. I will say that we will do this again. There's only 3 more episodes, so we're just going to do 3 more weeks of this like doubled up live streams. And the live streams may be shorter because it's only going to be 1 episode, so I'm not sure how it's going to go. Um Where are you guys?
At Dallas Barbecue Times Square.
Oh, cute. I've never been to Times Square.
Oh,
I never went.
What?
I've also technically never had New York pizza. I've had New Jersey pizza. The only New
It's
York pizza I had was at the Stranger Things experience, and it was frozen.
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of our New Jersey pizza places are people that lived in New York
Mhm.
and moved to New Jersey and opened up pizza
Well,
places.
when I went with Dave and his wife. We, like, picked up pizza and, like, eggplant parm and stuff and, like, brought it back to the apartment, and, I was telling them, I was like, this is the pizza I grew up eating at, like, and I explained the restaurant. I was like, "It's very dark restaurant with, like, the dark red, like, those vinyl covered
Mhm.
tablecloths," and I said, "And the booths were really dark and they were elevated, you had to, like, step up into them, and they only had, like, one little candle on the table, that was it, that was all that was there," and they were like, "You are literally describing a Jersey pizza place," and
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, it was in Raleigh, North Carolina, but that's what I grew up eating," and that was, like, my favorite pizza. I loved that place. Um,
Speaking of North Carolina,
yeah,
so Marcus has forced me to watch The Summer I Turned Pretty, and
okay.
I read all the books and I binged the first 2 seasons plus some of the final season,
I'm sorry,
and
like, recently you've done all this?
yes. Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay.
Um, Also, I was obsessed with Dawson's Creek back in the day,
Oh,
and
sure, yeah.
when we
Wilmington.
finished, The Summer I Turned Pretty, I just kept thinking about Dawson's Creek,
Yeah.
and I remember they have very similar, it's all coming of age type stuff,
Mhm, yeah.
so I guess they put me in the mind of each other, and Marcus was asking me about One Tree Hill, and I'm like, "Well, I watched that already, so you can't force me to watch that one," and
Also filmed
so
in North Carolina, yeah, mhm.
all of them
Yeah,
in what is it, Wilmington?
Wilmington, yeah.
Woman, it's all of them. It's all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, "What the f" So now we're trying to plan a 2027 Wilmington
Oh, that'd be fun.
location stalking trip.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's been a lot of things that have been filmed there. I'm trying to think. Let me see, because it's more than that even. Um, so Dawson's Creek, obviously, Summer I Turned Pretty, obviously, One Tree Hill, obviously, all very notable, okay? But however, it's also hosted productions for Iron Man 3, The Conjuring, The Longest Ride, Halloween Kills,
The
which
longest
we
ride?
yes. So the reason that I knew that Halloween Kills was filmed in state is because you and I know a background actor. I'm not gonna mention his name on
Oh,
here because
okay.
I don't wanna do that to him, but, um, you and I both know a background actor who acted in that movie as, like, one of the sheriffs or whatever, and he is from North Carolina. Because when I met him at one of the first events that I met him at,
Oh.
he started talking, and I was like, "Are you from North Carolina?" Because like, his accent was really thick, and he was like, "Yes, I am." So, anyway, I just knew that. A Walk to Remember was filmed,
Nice.
in North Carolina. Oh, 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 I'm sorry, Takeerah. If you're gonna go look at shot and location places, I'll come with you, but we've gotta go see the filming locations for Maximum Overdrive because that was filmed in North Carolina. Oh, man. And I guess Under the Dome was, which you liked that show. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Was the dome North Carolina?
Apparently, the bisected cow, the, like, half cow, is on
Mm.
display.
What?
Yeah.
What? Stop. What?
Okay.
Uh,
So I just found an article. It's called 10 of the most iconic scenes and images from Wilmington's film and TV history. So here you go. Blue Velvet was filmed in Wilmington. David Lynch movie. Um, Obviously One Tree Hill, Dawson's Creek, Maximum Overdrive, The Green Goblin. So that is that no. I was like, is that somewhere? Because if that's somewhere, I'm going to that. Oh, apparently Empire Records was filmed in Wilmington.
mm.
Um, I Know What You Did Last Summer,
Boo!
Iron Man 3, Black Phone, I guess.
What?
Yeah. Okay, so the Under the Dome Bisected Cow is on display at a place called Whatever, Wilmington. It's a memorabilia shop on Castle Street.
I need to see this. I need to see this immediately.
So anyway, you should plan a trip. That sounds really fun. Okay. We'll go ahead and take a break for a little bit. We will be back next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of the Limited Series Lounge, one of the last 3 of this year. And we will get into episode 8 of Over the Garden Wall, entitled Babes in the Wood. And so we will discuss that one. It should be fun. Who knows what kind of surprising voice actors we will find out about. We will be taking a short break. We'll be back in about 20 minutes at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the evidence board to talk about episodes 3 and 4 of High Potential, which were really great. And I'm actually really
Yeah.
excited to talk about that because they were both really good. So I'm
Mhm.
really excited to talk about it. All right. So we will be back in a little bit. We're just going to take a break and we'll see you in that other stream because you're going to have to go over to the other link. But we love you and thank you for being here. Marcus, Durga, thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting. We appreciate it, especially because I didn't even want to do this tonight. So thank you for being here. It means so much because I was like, oh, who cares? Nobody even watches this shit anyway. So thank you. and